Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 611 for October 1 through 15, 2022. The first half of October features Mercury and Pluto turning direct, the 2022 peak of the Saturn-Uranus square, and an Aries full moon lit up by a 5-planet T-square. We also have 2 new grand trines and a peaking T-square. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein. I record these forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so take your pick. The video version includes detailed chart graphics, which you can also see in my written forecasts at astroshaman.com. Check out our website, thisweekinastrology.com, where you can hear the show and subscribe to podcast updates. And if you haven't already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for 2 chances to win a free Astrology Plus session with me each month. In fact, we will be announcing this month's winner toward the end of the show. As of October 1st, the moon is waxing. There was a Libra New Moon back on September 25. Retrograde planets include Pluto, Mercury, Jupiter, and Chiron, and we have and Uranus too, and 2 continuing aspect patterns. Details about all this and links are in the show notes. All right, let's move on to October 1st, Saturday, the closest 22 approach of Saturn square Uranus. I cannot exaggerate the importance of the mighty Saturn-Uranus square. It's the most important aspect of 2021 and 2022. Its influence lasts 26 months, from late November of 2020 to late January of 2023. And the square makes its closest approach of the year today, October 1st, when it's less than 1 degree from exact. Recent events influenced by the Saturn-Uranus square include Hurricane Ian reportedly becoming the most destructive hurricane ever to hit Florida, Ukraine's successful counteroffensive against Russia followed by Putin's illegal annexation of Ukrainian territory, Italy elects its first far-right-led government and most right-wing government since 1945, the death of Queen Elizabeth II, major protests in Iran following the death of Mahsa Amini in the custody of the country's morality police, Pakistan experiences the world's deadliest flood since 2017. At least 12,000 people are killed due to extreme heat waves hitting much of Europe, additionally causing major wildfires, travel disruption, and record high temperatures in many countries. And the most detailed images from space ever created start being transmitted from the new James Webb Space Telescope. The Saturn-Uranus square is neither good nor bad, but it is intense and it does shake things up. I have previously done a deep dive forecast on the Saturn-Uranus square, and I do not want to repeat that extensive material here, but see the link in the show notes to learn more about it. Moving on to Sunday, October 2nd, Mercury turns direct at 5:07 a.m. EDT. That'll be around 24 degrees Virgo. The planet of communication has been retrograde since September 9th, turned retrograde when it was around 9 Libra. If you've been putting off a major new venture or purchase, the mercurial coast is clear. This is also a good time to take action on your Mercury retrograde reflections. To review, Mercury was retrograde in Libra September 9th through part of September 23rd. This was a great time to reflect on your relationships and artistic output, as well as the creative content you're taking in. Mercury spent the rest of its retrograde in Virgo. What wisdom did you gain about your health and how you're serving others? Are you paying attention to the most important details and subtleties without getting caught in excessive perfectionism or criticism? How could you improve your life now by acting on these insights? On Tuesday, October 4th, Steady Eddy energy is available for your vitality, relationships, and creativity thanks to an air sign grand trine that includes the Sun in Libra. This flowing and harmonious aspect pattern also has Mars in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius. It starts today, peaks on October 14th, and ends on October 21st. Mars in Gemini can fire up your learning, writing, and teaching, while Saturn in Aquarius can help you bring positive innovations to existing structures. The Steady Eddy energy comes from the Mars-Saturn trine. Also on Tuesday, October 4th, a T-square with Mercury, Mars, and Neptune peaks. It started on September 25th, peaks today on October 4th, and ends on October 13th. Depending on how skillfully you work with this hard aspect pattern, it could generate inspiration or confusion, Neptune, in your thoughts, Mercury, or actions, Mars. The deeper your spiritual awakening, the more you can receive a consistent flow of trustworthy information and guidance from your higher self. The less connected you are, the more susceptible you are to manipulative propaganda and misinformation. Pluto turns direct at 5:56 p.m. EDT. That's around 26 Capricorn. He has been retrograde since April 29th. At that point, he was around 28.5 Capricorn. Did you reflect on the Pluto themes in your life while he was retrograde? If so, this is a great time to start acting on the insights you gained. In my April 29th Pluto retrograde forecast, I discussed his main themes: wealth and power. Wealth can be money, but it can also be anything you value. What kind of wealth is most important to you? Power has two basic flavors: power over and shared power. Power over controls, manipulates, and forces others to do its bidding. Shared power distributes opportunity and responsibility more equally and aims for win-win outcomes. When done well, it's like a rising tide that lifts all boats. What kind of power are you cultivating? What power themes would it serve highest good to act on now that Pluto is direct? Pluto also rules occult practices and sacred sex. He's the lord of shamanism, shadow work, and soul deep transformation. Are you interested in exploring any of these for the first time or changing how you're working with them now? By the way, if you'd like a fast and effective tool for healing old emotional traumas, that's shadow work, check out my free healing invocation. It's linked in the show notes, or if you want to get there right now, go to astroshaman.com. In the upper right corner of the menu bar, you'll see the words Instant Divine Assistance. Click that, and it will take you where you need to go. Pluto also rules taxes, insurance, and inheritance. Do any of these themes need your attention now? Finally, planets are most powerful when they change directions. Do you have sensitive points in your natal chart between 23 and 29 degrees in a cardinal sign? Those are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. If so, Pluto's direct station will stimulate them powerfully. Work skillfully with any challenges that arise so you can milk the maximum power and wealth from the situation. On Sunday, October 9th, a full moon lines up at 4:55 p.m. EDT. That's at 16 degrees, 32 minutes Aries, 17 if you want to round it. Any Aries full moon is great for release or adjustment in your roles as a warrior, pioneer, entrepreneur, or sexual being. Just be careful not to be too impulsive or violent, which are two of Aries' darker expressions. Aspects. This full moon is strongly influenced by a 5-planet T-square. It includes the Sun, Moon, Venus, Pallas Athena, and Chiron. If you're in a relationship with unresolved issues, or if you have your own unresolved issues and are in a relationship, this T-square could trigger them. Relationships are represented by the Sun and Venus in Libra. The wounding comes courtesy of Chiron, closely conjunct the Moon in Aries. The good news is that triggering can set the stage for healing. My favorite relationship healing guide is Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. To heal your own unresolved trauma quickly and easily, try my free healing invocation. Both that book and my invocation, of course, are linked in the show notes. Pallas Athena in Cancer squares the other 4 planets. Pallas is best known as a warrior goddess, but she also holds the key to strategy and mediation. You can partner with her energy to negotiate a win-win solution. If not managed consciously, the moon in Chiron in Aries could lead to anger, impulsiveness, or even violence. Instead, use this Aries energy mindfully to initiate and energize relationship healing. Even if no one gets triggered, you can use this T-square proactively to make a good relationship even better. The two of you can do this on your own if you're sufficiently evolved and skillful, or you can call on the wisdom of others to support you. This takes advantage of Chiron's high side potential as a healer and wisdom giver. Viewed another way, this T-square can positively energize your creativity or finances, represented by Venus. Chiron can help heal any psychological blocks in these areas, while Pallas Athena invites you to be strategic in how you deal with them. There are also aspect patterns from 2 slower planets to this full moon, a Saturn sextile and a Uranus semi-sextile. Saturn and Uranus are also tightly square each other, as I've already noted. This can help you revolutionize, Uranus, structures, Saturn, that would benefit from change. This also puts some unpredictability into the mix, so stay light on your feet and be ready to improvise. Stay tuned to Uranus, the giver of intuitive hits, ding, for guidance. Also, on Sunday, October 9th, a second grand trine begins today, 5 days after the first one in October. Both grand trines contain Mars and Saturn, but this new one replaces the Sun with Venus in the Libra corner. Since both aspect patterns have so much in common, there's plenty of similarity in their interpretations. To wit, with this Venus grand trine, steady eddy energy is available for your relationships, finances, and creativity. This flowing and harmonious aspect pattern also has Mars in Gemini and Saturn in Aquarius. It starts today on October 9th, peaks on the 16th, and ends on the 22nd. This end date is just 1 day after the grand trine with the Sun wraps up. Mars in Gemini can fire up your creative expression, while Saturn in Aquarius can help you bring positive innovations to your relationships, finances, and creativity. As before, the steady energy comes from the Mars-Saturn trine. And on Friday, October 14th, the Sun-Mars-Saturn grand trine that started on October 4th peaks today. Again, that's the 14th, and ends on the 21st. Announcements. If everything stays on schedule, my new book should be available on Amazon by October 7th. It's called Instant Divine Assistance, Your Complete Guide to Fast and Easy Spiritual Awakening, Healing, and More. It will initially be available as a paperback and ebook. Please pick up a copy if the title intrigues you, and please leave your honest review on Amazon after you read it. And Awakening Plus events support your individual healing and awakening, as well as global spiritual awakening. Not a member yet? Join one of our free events. 2 calls are open to the public each month. Experience how Awakening Plus can accelerate your personal evolution. Here are the dates and titles of our events in the first half of October. All are at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, unless noted. Events are members only, unless I mention that it's public. In fact, the very first one is the public event for the first half of the month. That's Monday, October 3rd, New Earth Support Team. Then on the 5th, Wednesday, individual and group healing. October 6th, astrology mini readings. October 10th, New Earth Support Team again. October 11th, office hour in the afternoon. October 12th, unconditional love immersion. And the 13th, community support. We would love to have you join our supportive online community. Members receive these exclusive benefits. 9 of our 11 Zoom calls each month. Actually, there's 12 calls this month. Are members only. We have an archive now coming close to 500 life-transforming events with a best-of guide. 3 courses, Instant Divine Assistance, Fast and Easy Awakening and Healing, Self-Guided Internal Family Systems Therapy, and Your Divine Allies. Let them help you more. We do monthly astrology mini readings calls, monthly community support calls, monthly Ask Us Anything calls, monthly office hours. We have a members helping members service. You can connect with an accountability partner to keep you on track, connect in our private forum, and you'll be constantly supported the moment you join by the Awakening Plus group energy field. You can learn more at awakeningplus.com. Who is our October free session winner? It's Elaine. This is the only Elaine who has registered, so that's you. So if you're that Elaine, the only one, send me an email, benjamin@astroshaman.com, and we'll get you set up with your free session. Congratulations, Elaine. And as a reminder, guys, I do this every month on the podcast, and you also have a chance every month if you're on my email list. So that's 2 chances every month to win a free session. Thank you for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance. I also offer an unbeatable price on SolarFire, the #1 astrology software for Windows. And as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn about all this and more at astroshaman.com. To see the show notes, go to astroshaman.com/611. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is benjamin@astroshaman.com. My number for voice and text, 828-338-9852. I would love to connect with you. We are wrapping up. Please leave me a 5-star rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so others who also love astrology and spirituality can find it. Thanks again for spending this time with me. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.